episode of Garel's Garage. Project of this video is to cover wheel covers. Now my ultimate goal is to only tackle the rear. I'm not going to touch the front due to various reasons, which I'll explain later in the video. Now as far as the options of material that you can use, it really comes down to a couple of things. It has to be lightweight, um, and it has to be durable enough to maintain its structure so it can handle that speed. The options that I came around were acrylic plastic sheets, PVC plastic sheets, and of course any thin gauge sheet metal that you can find at any local. Now if you are planning on using sheet metal, couple of things I do want to point out, which is the reason why I don't recommend it, is because it is going to be a two-piece system that we will be bolting on, right? So once you actually start tightening the bolts around the hub where we will our initial hole spots, the sheet metal itself will start getting lifted from the tip of the wheel itself. So in that case, you will run into an issue where you'll have to drill multiple holes, securing the outer diameter as you're tightening the bolts around the hub area or the outer area of the wheel itself. As you're tightening the bolts down, it is going to dent that sheet because the material is not as reflexive as a PVC or acrylic or any of those plastic materials out there. A couple other drawbacks of using sheet metal is obviously it can scratch the wheel itself, but if it's a loose and not an accurate wheel cover, over a period of time, it can start creating vibration noise due to metal contact. So there you go. These are just a couple of my thoughts why I don't and would not recommend using sheet metal as wheel covers. Now the material that I'm going to be using is called acrylic plastic sheet. This material specifically is 0.093 millimeter thick, which is extremely light yet really durable. One of the best features I like about it is it's a flexible yet reflexive material, so it goes back to its own original shape, which is a crucial factor because as you're tightening those bolts, you want it to maintain those curves, right? Now let's dive into measurements. I know this is an 18-inch wheel, and the way I'm going to measure my wheel cover is from this hub to the secondary ridge where these spokes are attached. I'm not going to measure it to the tip. Instead, I'm going to measure it to the secondary ridge, this little bump. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want my wheel cover to go behind these wheel weights, as it will be more of a secure fit, and I won't have to have additional bolts around the outer area. I can just have 4 bolts around the hub, which will be plenty to hold that in place. Since you want the wheel cover to be a snug fit, a measuring tape will not be the best to measure all the curves. I'm going to be using this nylon non-stretchable cord, simply just attaching point A to point B, so from the hub to the secondary ridge itself. Yeah, now I have a better accurate measurement, so you can just mark that with a Sharpie, call it good.